Clix has just been banned from competitive Fortnite for 14 days. We're going to talk about why this is, cover exactly what went down and what it means for Clix going forward, and why he now can't play this FNCS and the next FNCS. I'm also going to cover everything else that happened this week in competitive Fortnite. Let's jump into it. To kick things off, I'll show you the original clip that went viral, that went around the internet, that everybody saw for exactly what went down between Clix and this stream sniper.
I swear to God, I call Epic Games right now. Give me your fucking loot. Smash me now. Smash me now, or I'm getting fucking banned. I swear to God. Give me a fucking splash right now. Open that edit and give me a fucking splash. Give me something. Give me a fucking anything, bro. Right fucking now. Yes, now. Good fucking bitch. Now max my fucking metal like a good boy. Come here and max my fucking metal. I swear to God. Matt, drop the fucking metal now. You stream timing.
Now, looking at this clip without context, it looks pretty bad. Obviously, it is Clix talking to another player who's in his stream though, and telling him what to do. He then gives him the pizza. Clix goes on to win this game. This player then goes and lets Clix kill him. Everyone freaked out, but Clix went on stream yesterday to break down the full context of exactly what happened, and it changed a lot of people's opinion. This player had been chasing Clix around the map the entire game, doing 300 to 400 damage to him, wasting all his material. Every time Clix tried to fight him, he would box up and wouldn't fight him, and every time Clix ran away, he would chase him. He did his best to avoid this player for as long as possible. Then, after a lot of frustration, he's playing in a tournament for money, he started to meme, he started to make content. Now, what Clix did was stupid. He knows he made a mistake, and I think a lot of people agree that he should be punished, and I agree he should be punished as well. I think being disqualified from this tournament, losing the $100 or $200 because he won another game as well from this tournament, would have sent a good message. Clix would have learned from it, the community would have learned from it, and everything would have been fine. But it is now taken a step further, and Clix has been banned from competitive Fortnite for 2 weeks. Now, if you want to see the full context of Clix breaking everything down, if you want to get a full understanding of what happened in case you missed that, I'm going to link Clix's tweet down below where he did a stream breaking down everything. He goes through the entire game, all his thoughts on it, everything. But I want to give you guys the update on exactly what's going on with everything else. So, because Clix has received a 2-week competitive ban, we had a blog post quite a while ago back in 2021 that stated that Epic was going to be ramping up the way they enforce long-term bans. So if you get a 2-week ban now, you are ineligible from playing the current FNCS and the next FNCS. It is just a part of the new ban system. Now, Epic has been really weird on actually adhering to this rule. Some people, when they get banned, when they go to try to play the next season, are able to just play and nothing happens. Some of them, though, aren't able to play the next season. So we don't really know if that's going to apply to Clix, but the rule is still in place. And I imagine with a player with as big of a profile as Clix, if Epic sees him playing the next FNCS, they're probably not going to allow him to do that. That is why Clix is trying to have his ban appealed, and that's probably why you've seen #FreeClix everywhere. It's not about thinking that Clix shouldn't be punished for this at all. It's just saying that 14 days is a little bit too harsh, and that's where I fall in on this situation. Again, as someone who plays competitive Fortnite occasionally, I tried to make a few videos last season playing in cups. I didn't qualify 2 weeks in a row because I was stream sniped my last game on a 2-minute delay. They figured out when I was queuing in, they knew what I was dropping, they wore the same skin as me and my duo, they dropped on us, took us down on spawn, and then put the video up on Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff. So obviously, as a streamer, I empathize with Clix a lot more of this. How many times have you seen Clix play a tournament where he almost doesn't qualify, or doesn't qualify because he's got 50 people landing at his drop every single game? And again, it comes with the territory of streaming. That's often why streamers don't like to complain about it. You put on a delay, you deal with it, you get to play video games for a living. I totally get that. But the one time Clix gets a little bit too frustrated, tries to prove that this player is ruining his game, because at this point he was ruining his game when he was playing for money, he now gets hit with a very harsh punishment. And this is going to have long-lasting effects on competitive Fortnite. Again, Clix pulls a lot of viewership. A lot of people making jokes that means I'm going to get more viewers. Oh, Aussie, you're uncontested now. It's not about that. This is worse for Fortnite going forward, and it also just shows that Fortnite competitive is a little bit out of touch with their community. But again, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you think the ban was justified? Do you think maybe he should be punished but a little bit less punishment? Or do you just disagree entirely and think what he did was fine? If the stream sniper wasn't stream sniping him, none of this would have happened. We have had a lot of other people in the community weighing in and showing a lot of support for Clix. Free Clix went trending on Twitter. I did want to show you Tfu's response as well, him talking to Dakotaz as obviously the previously biggest Fortnite streamer who played competitive, and he had this to say.
I don't know. I think them banning him for 2 weeks is just really bad, dude. At first, I thought it was like, I talked to Clix because I was like, bro, this got to be like a, you know, it's got to be like an auto, like auto teaming ban, you know, it just strike them both. Bro, he dead ass talked to Epic and they were like, yeah, like this is fine. I'm like, what? What do you mean, bro? What do you mean this is fine?
Just for full context as well, the Stream Sniper did also receive the same ban. They got a 14-day ban, but it has turned out that on top of stream sniping, which is against the rules of the tournament, the player was also going around region lock. They were playing on an alt account to play on the NA Cash Cup because they were also playing on the EU Cash Cup on another account, and they did have #1 Clix hater in their bio. So this was very clearly a targeted attack, and at least they did see some punishment. I hope that maybe a 14-day ban of a player will then help the issue of stream sniping against pros in tournaments, but a lot of professional streamers are actually more worried about the reverse, that now if you friendly stream snipe with someone, you mess around with them, and if they retaliate, they could potentially be banned for 2 weeks. Obviously, I think if Clix just tried to fight this player or didn't pick up the meds or did things differently, it would have gone down differently. But at a certain point, they have ruined your game. You've tried to avoid them. There's only so much you can do. Eventually, you have to acknowledge their stream sniping, and you're going to play differently based on that, because they're playing differently based on the fact that their only goal is to eliminate you in that game. So it is a whole big messy affair, but I wanted to give the full context on why people are so upset. It's also the fact that we've had probably one of the worst seasons ever as far as hacking issues go. People are making it through entire tournaments, like spin bot aim hacking, dropping 50 bombs on new accounts. They don't get banned until after the tournament, some of them even getting paid out by Epic. But then when this happens with Clix, within 1 day he receives a 14-day ban, and that's why so many people are so frustrated at what Epic's priorities are right now. Do I think Epic is going to actually change their mind on this one? I don't really know. Epic haven't been the best in the past with adjusting any of their decisions based on community feedback. They don't like to be giving favoritism to certain people, and I get that. I would hope that with more of the context provided by Clix, it's not favoritism, it's just getting more of the full picture, and again, maybe adjusting the ban rather than just letting him get off scot-free. But I'm not entirely sure. This is a manual ban. This wasn't something that went through automatically. There was a team at Epic Games who sat down and deliberated and made a decision to ban Clix for 2 weeks. They would have known the community's response was going to be crazy. They know that means Clix can't play this in FNCS, next FNCS, and they were willing to still ban him. So they're now going to have to go back on that prior decision they made based on the new evidence, and hopefully maybe listening to the community a little bit. I've been trying to keep my news and update videos pretty positive recently, but we're not done yet. There was a bit of an issue yesterday in the NA FNCS that Clix wasn't able to play in. Again, a lot of people were trying to promote some of the players to not ready up to kind of stand with Clix on this issue. That didn't happen, but a lot of them did wear Sparkplug, and it was a nice show of faith and support of Clix. But outside of all of the Clix stuff, the tournament itself was pretty in shambles. There was some clips that were absolutely horrific. I'm going to show you 2 clips in particular of just how bad the servers were yesterday in NA FNCS finals.
You have med miss?
Come here on me, come here. Looking for a pump.
55, 55.
What is wrong with this game, bro? What is wrong with this game?
Holy bro.
I just got hit through all that walls.
NA was very interesting, and I'll get back to talking about the leaderboard of the tournament in the end, but I first want to break down EU. It was a fantastic tournament. We saw Queasy and Veno again just showing their ridiculous consistency in every meta right now, taking it home on 334 points, playing 6 matches and winning 2 of them. That means Queasy and Veno have now placed 3rd in week 1 and 1st in week 2, having an average placement of 2nd across 2 weeks, but they are still not the outright most consistent team in FNCS right now, as they are currently tied with none other than Vidil and Mr. Savage, who came 2nd again. That's 2nd place 2 weeks in a row on 268 points. We're finally seeing Savage with an uncon dropped in FNCS, and we're finally seeing what might be Mr. Savage's first FNCS win. Him and Vidil are looking fantastic. Vidil is on fire right now. They are playing very, very consistent Fortnite. They only had 1 rough game, a 0 elim 25th. Outside of that though, their placement was insane. A 7th, 5th, 3rd, 2nd, and 7th. We also had Seti and Cammy in 3rd. I saw a lot of people whispering last week, Seti and Cammy are washed. This is not their meta. They couldn't even make it out of round 1, week 1. Their FNCS is over. First time they make finals, week 2, they come in 3rd. Fantastic performance from the Polish powerhouse. We had Blaha and Mixon in 4th, Trulex and Chico in 5th, Crazy and Perceive in 6th, Swizzy and Shimoki, that's our ex-Asia duo who came 1st week 1, now coming 7th in week 2, just showing some good good consistency, but hopefully they can pick it up a little bit coming into grand finals. They played really, really well. They still got 1 win on the day, which means I think they've now won 4 games out of their 12 in FNCS finals. They do have the heal off meta down. They also got a 9 elim win the game they won though, so they're not just playing full heal off. We have Misha and Teeny coming in 8th, iDrop and Mappy in 9th, and then Kiro and Flodax in 10th. Now, we are missing some big names from that one as well. Obviously, Thomas HD and Malabuka coming down in 23rd. There was no Tayson and Mustache. They actually didn't make the finals this week. You are going to see a lot of teams in the finals you maybe haven't seen before. Most finals right now on EU and NA, we're only seeing about 15 to 20 of the teams who made it the week before making it into the next finals. It's the least consistency we've ever seen between finals. A lot of people are blaming the FNCS format, the fact that opens is anyone in Champs Division top 200 is just too much RNG. It's too difficult. A lot of people blaming the heal off meta, but just expect to see some of those big teams do really well and then next week not even make it to the finals. Breaking things down on NA, despite all the issues, we had the French Canadians in first on 274 points. Now, Thatch has actually moved to Dallas for 0 ping. Pamstu is going to be moving next season. That means Pamstu is still on that ridiculously high ping. So huge shout out for them bringing home the win. And again, I also love the fact this duo is the longest standing duo, I think, in Fortnite at this point. Pamstu and Thatch have been playing basically since World Cup. They have played so many FNCS together. I love that even with the central server change, they're still on top. They're still making things work. I love to see it. Talking of high ping, Canadian duos still doing insane. We have Iomzo and Rise coming in 2nd place on 271. Remember, they are both still in Canada as well, so that's like roughly 60 ping for both of them. Really awesome to see they're finding their consistency, only just missing out by 3 points. They got a 3 elim 5th in their last game. It just wasn't enough to catch up to the French Canadians. We had Barker and Paz in 3rd on 253, and ex-West duo doing very, very well now with the Central Combine. We have Bucky and Okus. Remember, I was talking about teams struggling week 1, doing really well week 2. Bucky and Okus, much like Cami and Seti, didn't make it out of round 1 week 1. Then they get a top 4 in week 2 finals. Very, very awesome to see for the 3-1-3. Then we had Reed and Epic Whale in 5th. Again, another ex-NA West duo showing up big on NA Central. Reed actually crashing one of the games as well. I know Reed's PC is crashing more than anyone else this season. I have no idea what's going on, but it is costing them pretty heavy. They didn't qualify last week because of it. This week they make finals. They still get 5th, which is great for the series points, but with an extra game, they very easily could have gotten a top 3 finish. We had Aegis and Kanata, another team that again didn't make it out of round 1 week 1, now getting a 6th here in the finals on week 2. Insane from this duo. They ended up actually taking Clix and Cented's drop at the racetrack once they found out that Clix couldn't end up playing. Kanata actually stated this on his interview on the broadcast before the tournament started. I thought the broadcast was going to make no mention of Clix being banned, and I'm sure they would have if Kanata didn't drop it mid-interview. I'll just show you an image of everyone's faces, mine included, when this happened. It was hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. We then had another Dig member. We had Booga and Threads in 7th place on 201, only 1 place behind Aegis and Kanata. We had a Dig again, Dukes and Edgy. We had the triple Dig 3 in a row in 8th place on 198, only a few places again behind Booga and Threads, incredibly close across the board. We had Dom and G Money, a lot of people hyping up G Money. He's been an insane controller player. His mechs are ridiculous, a wager warrior, and now on 0 ping, popping off in competitive, getting a top 10. Then again, the last Dig member across the line, Jamper and Cam in top 10 on 164 points. So dropping down a little bit around that top 10 mark. Again, I think I'm gonna guess it was probably because of the server performance that it was really hard for a lot of these teams to find the same consistency as we're seeing from some of those teams on EU. You watched some of those clips earlier. If you go down one of your 6 games because of that, there is very, very little you can do about it. Now, with big teams like Acorn and Cold not making it out of round 1 in week 2 after winning week 1, a lot of people are freaking out. What do you need to make it to grand finals? What do you need to make it to semifinals? And Kinch Analytics, the absolute math wizard, has broken it down. Boop has summed it up really, really well in a tweet. He said, according to Kinch Analytics, you need to place around top 80 in 2 of the weeks, or you need to get top 125 in 3 of the weeks to make heats this season. Now, if you want to make it straight to grands, you're going to need a little bit more than that, but that is a basic breakdown of the series points. Again, this is not a format where top 5 go straight through to grands. It's about consistency after the 3 weeks. If you want to check where your favorite team is, I'll link Kinch's website down below. It is amazing. All you have to do is go to the FNCS tab, go to the region, and then search up the team, and you'll see where they're placed right now. If they're in top 40, they go straight through to grands. If they're in top 90, they at least get to play in the surge week. So if there's any team you care about, go check them up. I can't run through all of them. There is obviously still 1 week to go though, so things will change. That does it for this week's competitive update. It was a weird week. I hope you guys at least enjoyed the video. Please chuck a like on it, and I'll see you in the next one.